I think people will recover, but it's gonna take a while. That's the other thing I would just say. There's no light switch here. Vaccine, social distancing, no one on Labor Day is flipping a night switch, and this is going back to March 11th, 2020. No way.
This is Horizons, stories about what's next in the world, powered by Compass Data Centers.
We have come to learn and adapt to what we do today, and that has come at such a cost that people won't give that back, and they'll continue to work remotely. They'll work anywhere, that the technology will catch up and enable folks to have that type of work situation. Standardized tasks, whether it be in a warehouse or a manufacturing site, you will see automation dominate. You just will. But the problem is with advanced manufacturing and the complexity of manufacturing, you'll see still human involvement. You'll see the term Cobots, for example. You'll see humans working with robots, Cobots. You'll see augmented reality where real time the glasses are showing the human where to place a wire at one connection point to another, where there are hundreds of wires. You'll see automation at the component level, like you have to make a part and it's a steel cylinder that's been cut and then lathed and then stamped, and then they'll box it up and send it to the final manufacturing site. So I think you'll see in standardized and component manufacturing, automation. You will, just for the simple reason it's cheaper. But once you get into complex and advanced manufacturing, humans are still going to be the primary basis for getting things done. And when technology does come in, I think at least in my lifetime at least, it will be Cobots, it will be AR, virtual reality, that type of thing. We were seeing before COVID a shift to work anywhere. We were seeing a shift to teams being the dominant organizing unit. We were seeing a shift of entirely flexible schedule. And now, right now, we're starting, Industrial Revolution, 4.0, Industry 4.0. You see the expression all the time. People use that interchangeably with the future of work. And for me, that really was the impetus. So I started just looking at the larger research and looking at how this Industry 4.0 was going to roll out. And then COVID hit. In the past year, we have lost so much human contact and so much that makes our relationship central to who we are. Do I think we can fully realize a work anywhere paradigm shift? Yes, I do. It can't be on the back of Zoom alone. The technologies and the tools out there just aren't there for full remote collaboration yet. They're just not. No one expected this. So innovation nationwide is down about 10%. The larger argument there is the serendipity is gone. That if you were a lab scientist and I was someone who had an idea, if we bumped into the hallway at the water cooler, if we had lunch together, we would talk. Right now that's not happening. And if you look at the productivity associated with that, aside from innovation, the productivity is down. And I knew this earlier this year. The reason for that is if you think about March, coming up to March and then boom, projects that were underway, projects that were hatched when people were in the office together, those could be finished off in a remote workplace. Starting new products without making eye contact, that's a tough thing. I'm a big believer that work shapes our identity. It just does. When we talk about work as a sterile thing that we do from 8 to 5, 9 to 5, or an overnight shift, we potentially lose the role that it plays in creating identity. The big questions for me are in how we ensure that people continue to gain fulfillment and identity through their work. Even people that you would call essential minimum wage workers, if you look at the research, they get a tremendous amount of identity from what they do. The byproduct of this remote work experiment is it's ramped up the need to monitor the worker. We've lost trust in the worker. For all the talk about, hey, work at home, get your kid off to a play group, but just get the work done, I don't buy it. And I'm a professor. I don't buy it. I think these technologies are going to increase the monitoring of folks working remotely. And so I can make that argument. Others would make the argument, I pay you to work 40 hours a week. You should be working 40 hours a week. And I have to monitor your work. So it's that Taylor-esque reemergence of the term is called scientific management that makes me nervous.
This is Horizons, stories about what's next in the world, powered by Compass Data Center.